Man, this shit is getting crazy. Never seems to amaze me. I think the devil's trying to play me. Oh, Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Use Your Own Intelligence podcast. I am your host, Fritz, and I want to thank you for coming to episode 2. I greatly appreciate your time. And without further ado, I'd like to get straight into it, y'all. Today, we're going to talk about deceit, right? It's a lot of deceit going on in the internet, whether it's by a leader, a teacher, or just a random YouTuber. But there's a lot of deceit I'm noticing on the internet now. You know, you guys will be able to break it down in your point of view and what you see, but I'm going to tell you what I see in my point of view. I mean, and y'all either agree or disagree, but as I can say, it's a lot of deceit. It's a lot of deceit in the Black community. It's a lot of deceit going on in America, and there's definitely a lot of deceit going on within the Haitian community. Me being all three, Black, American, Haitian, I'm gonna give you all points of views, man. I'm gonna give you all three of those points of views as I tend to do, because that's basically the tone of the whole podcast. You know what I mean? Using your own intelligence, breaking down sources that I'm getting from the media, content I'm getting, and I'm making sense out of it, because as we all know, we can't trust the media nowadays, right? So let's use our own intelligence today. First thing I want to talk about is what's going on with our money gurus, shall I say, on the internet. And when I say the financial literacy guys, right? The Earn Your Leisures, Ian Dunlap's, Wall Street Trapper, Tony the Closer, Aristotle Investments, Max Maxwell. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on, right? But I'm starting to notice a lot of deceit, man. I mean, these guys, from my point of view, when I seen them and I started to learning a few things from the Earn Your Leisures, the Wall Street Trappers, the Ian Dunlaps, and what have you. Even when I was watching Tony the Closer, when he started off his Rona Proof, when he was down there in $1 Million with the Game, and he was running a co-host session with them at one point, right? I always took these guys as somewhat for the people, right? They're for the people. They're giving us good game. We're learning everything we need to do for financial literacy. The only step I can see here is joining forces as a conglomerate so we could finally get some economical wealth, as we always preaching online, right? How we always want to provide unity and this, that, and the third. Okay, but what I'm starting to notice is a couple of guys up here, you know, it's seeming like everybody's in it for themselves. I got to be honest with you. Lately, there's been a back and forth with Tony the Closer and Aristotle. And apparently, Aristotle is out here gossiping behind Wall Street Trappers' back and Earn Your Leisure due to the text that Tony the Closer is sending out. And at the same time, I'm noticing Tony in every beef you can think of online. He shies away from no smoke, right? And to me, that can create a problem. When you're a guy that's known for generating thousands of people businesses, and you got people that can attest to that and confess to that. Can you really find room for the fuckery online? Do you have time to go find another millionaire or another mogul and beef with him? And that seemed to be Tony at the moment. Tony is going heads up with quite a few people online, right? But before I go deep, I want to play something by Aristotle. You know what I'm saying? Despite and let me make this clear. I'm never for the internet beef. I'm vowing now. Let me just vow right now. You would never, ever in your life see me in public on any platform beefing with any soul. You're going to get a phone call. You're going to get a DM. Oh, I swear to God, I got to see you face to face. And it doesn't even have to be all that. It's just going to be one of the three. You know what I mean? When we see face to face, I still want to keep it professional for the most part, but anything can happen. This is the life we're living in, right? We're dealing with humanity. But I think what these guys got going back and forth is real corny. It defeats the whole purpose of having a crowd and wanting people to unite and thinking about building for future, the kids' financial literacy and Black culture, right? I mean, after all, we're last in household income at 50,000. So, it's not a good look for us. We need to get up out of that, right? Like I said on the first episode, we're going to keep reliving why every year foundational Black Americans are in last financially. We got to do something about that. I mean, at least I plan to do something about it. So I want to play this tape, man. I want y'all to hear and listen to what Aristotle had to say about buying the the Legacy Center, which was once owned by Jay Morrison. All right, but we all knew about what happened to Jay Morrison. If you don't know what happened to Jay Morrison, all right, Jay Morrison was one of them scammers. He's another one of them financial literacy guys that's online teaching a bunch of kids and even adults about financial literacy. And Tony had to go heads up with him. All right, they even had a situation where they even had to go to court. All right, so it just seemed like Tony is tied up in a lot of fuckery, that just unnecessary fuckery we don't need amongst the coach. And not to make a long story short, I want y'all to hear what Aristotle has to say. But not to forget, Jay Morrison tricked up the Legacy Center. He used to have the Tulsa Fund, which he ran about 15,000 donors for. He had 15,000 donors donate to him. He raised about $15 to $17 million. He ended up tricking up that whole thing. It goes bankrupt. He has to sell the building. Brother Aristotle purchased it, and he outbidded Wall Street Trapper and Cam Newton at the same time. So, I mean, shout out to all of them for even reaching and go get that Legacy Center to continue what was once and what is a great idea. But I want to play this video. Listen to Aristotle so I could branch off what he's saying. Because if this truly is what, these guys are intending, we're intending to do, they got to show for it. So check it out.
How we saw it. So I'm from here. So I understand the politics and everything. And I said, this is the hub. This city brings in so much tourists. So many people come to Atlanta for one. And this is the black hub of intellect. And I knew that I have the plan that's going to not only change my community, but the world.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
And
what's your plan for the building itself?
Great question. I can't really disclose too much, only because all I can say is it ties into financial literacy. Making sure the community can come learn. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Kids, teens, and adults.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely going to be a learning center, right? And we already kickstarting it. I'm putting up $10,000 of my money. I'm sponsoring 100 young men. And I ask all the people who, if you get money in Atlanta and you say you down for the cause, pay for 10 kids to come learn. They're going to walk out with $100. And they don't get it until they leave. You get what I'm saying? Until the lesson is over.
You ain't asked me.
Huh? $1,000 minimum investment. If you want to put in more, cool. It's and you could come through too and talk about whatever you want to talk about. But yes, philanthropy is also a reason I bought the building. I needed a hub to be able to give back to my city. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
All right. So here's the thing, right? Aristotle, it sounds great, but here's the thing. When you going back and forth in between text messages and you're hating on Rashad or you're talking behind other gurus' is back, to me, fellas, that shit is corny, man. You leave it to Tony the closer. He got the receipts on Aristotle hating, but I just want to sum up the knowing for y'all to know that shit is corny. I mean, we're talking about heavy hitters, man. We're talking about heavy hitters and that can't get along, man. And we wonder why the cycle keeps repeating itself, right? It's like having a faith in humanity to do right. It's like you got to prepare yourself to be let down all the time. If you ever count on humanity to do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about millionaires, right? I try to fathom within my mind, right? I try to fathom being a millionaire, right? I'm not a millionaire. I'm okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not broke, but I'm okay. I'm not a millionaire by far, right? So I put myself in that situation at times. I just imagine being a millionaire, right? Because with the little I have, I manage it so well, man. I don't find myself in beefs online. I don't find myself texting behind homies' back or doing any what you call hoe shit, right? So I'm trying to fathom how these grown-ass men, these millionaires, can't get their thoughts together, can't get their selves together and to get along and have a conglomerate and build something that's very beautiful. Now, if you hear what Aristotle was saying, it's nice, Aristotle, but you got to practice what you preach. You understand what I'm saying? And a question I do want to ask, if y'all don't mind, you ain't got to answer it directly, but I want it to be out there. Can you really brag about helping others when tearing members in your own culture down? I mean, if I help the thousands of people to earn money, but at the same time, when there's the bigger picture, right? When we're talking about reaching economical wealth and really joining forces, you understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about on some Berlin conference shit. I'm talking about really joining forces on a Berlin Conference type of mentality, right? And if y'all don't know what the Berlin Conference is, y'all go look it up. But it's funny with me, man, when black people come to link up, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking all across the globe. You guys struggle really bad. We struggle bad. We struggle real bad. Now, that's one race I can honestly say that struggles really bad with unity on this planet. One thing I can say about Europeans and Americans, anytime it's against Africa or any black nations, some shape, form, or fashion, they always end up ganging up to just obtain what they need from those group of people. And that's a proven fact. And if y'all really want me to tap in on that, if anybody's questioning that, trust me, I got plenty of evidence to prove it. You don't want to go there with me, right? What in the Berlin Conference am I talking about? But anyway, it just seems like we're constantly bumping heads. I don't get it. Black America, help me figure it out. When is enough enough? Now, I do want to play a video for Tony. I'm gonna be fair on both ends. I do want to play this video going into Tony because I want to check the temperature. I wanted y'all to test the temperature of Tony. I want y'all to see who he is, right? It's the most recent interview I've seen. I think he did it about 2 weeks ago, right? And I can't remember the name off tops, but something is G whatever. I can't remember the guy's name. But he sat down and did an interview with Tony. And in this interview, Tony goes in and he talks about a certain beef he had with his best friend, Max Maxwell, right? So I'm trying to tie everything together. I'm like, why is Tony constantly in the beef with some fuckery online with somebody? Right? It's like, you know, I hate to call the guy cancer, but he's looking like a cancer. I can't really call him a cancer yet because he's attacking everybody that's been scamming, right? But at the same time, they're allegedly been scamming. Nobody's really been found guilty yet. Not that I know, not everybody yet. But a lot of people Tony attack is just off of having witnesses and allegations. That's all he really needs. But, you know, not to talk too long on this, the thing about Tony, man, the thing I could honestly say about Tony is one that's always in some type of beef. So I want to play a video. I want y'all to see who he is. This is the most recent interview. He talks about a beef he goes into with Max Maxwell and his father, right? And I'm thinking to myself, now you're talking about a situation where you're beefing with your best friend and your father. Before it was just these internet gurus, right? That's scamming or whatever you want to call them. They on whole shit, they on whole time, whatever the words you want to use, bro. But now you got a story where you're talking about having issues with your best friend and your father. So I want y'all to pay attention to this interview so y'all can really, you know, get an idea of who this guy Tony is and the things he's been doing online. So go ahead. If y'all don't mind, give me about 5 minutes of your time.
To everybody. So be clear, I've always given him credit. Yeah. He was like, hey, man, this is my boy Tony the Closer. He's a bad motherfucker. And I am. I just think that he didn't anticipate the amount of people that really like me. And I think that it went from being about him, solely and him, and when people started mentioning the both of us, it made him uncomfortable. And I was okay with playing like the Robin role, but I think he just didn't like it. He didn't want to pay me. He never gave me a dime. We went all over the country together. I never got one penny. You think that's fair? You got promo codes with closer on the shit. You don't give me a penny, bro? So you're using me, marketing off me and everything, and then you won't fucking pay me even the affiliate money? Like, I mean, goddamn, we sitting at a meeting and people are like, goddamn, Justin and Vince sitting at the meeting with REIRL. They're like, hey, Max, we got to address the elephant in the room. There's 4 of us in here, only 3 of us getting paid. Wouldn't you feel a way too? See, I get this image of being a bad guy, but goddamn, if I'm not getting paid and everybody else getting paid, but I'm giving you fucking ideas, wouldn't you feel a way about that shit too?
I don't know what anything like that's like, because I'll tell you one thing, like my relationship with Pace is the way that him and I are, right? He's the kind of guy who's like, the way him and I competed and still compete is who can bring the next biggest thing to the table.
Dude, do you know how big me and Max would be together?
If you guys did that.
Do you understand? This is the problem with a lot of people do you understand how fucking big the 2 of us would be? Think about the dynamic. He was a selfish motherfucker, man. We would have touched different parts of the community and we could have had the biggest shit on the world. And he could have been on the front of everything. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. That's how I am. Anybody that truly knows me, like, I get this reputation online of being like the asshole. The real people that know me, my relationship's long and long. I don't fuck them up. They love me. I won't backstab you. I won't try. Like, The internet shit means nothing to me. How you meet me right there before you even cut the camera on? I'm always the same person. I don't change.
Yep.
So when I look at somebody, I say, hey, this is my best friend, I'm going to make sure I always do right by you. I don't give a fuck about a follower, a subscriber. I'm going to do right by you. There's no way I can be flexing and I'm making all this money and I'm not paying the person that's helping me behind the scenes. You do a whole event where you use my whole entire pricing structure, my whole marketing strategy. You don't give me a penny. You leave me out the entire event? Who does that shit? I mean, I would never do that shit. And then my dad's, when you use my dad as a leverage point and you put him on stage, so now you got the whole public now watching my dad choose you publicly. You don't think about what the dynamic that does to a family? My whole fucking family was ripped to shreds.
What does your dad say about that? Because there's got to be like a hard conversation at Christmas dinner.
Well, it was years where we didn't speak. We went like 2.5 years without even having a conversation. I wouldn't speak to him.
What'd he say after?
I mean, I think like the reality of where he got put in a bad spot. He made a decision that he wanted to help a lot of people. He saw an opportunity. Okay. Max had the following. Max had the juice. Shit, hey, Tony, they wouldn't even know who you were if it wasn't for Max. So fuck, I'm going over here. I mean, he made a business move. I just became the biggest business.
Yeah. Is that hard? Is that hard, like in that like dynamic to see that happen between your dad?
It was the most disgusting shit I ever watched because the people online started attacking me. Imagine being attacked because your father chose sides. So now everybody's like, Tony DeClose is fake. His dad doesn't even fuck with him. I had to work that much harder. He made my shit that much more difficult. So the chip on my shoulder becomes much bigger because now I'm proving everybody wrong. I gotta fucking go against my best friend and my dad. Goddamn. Can you imagine fucking the two people that you care about the most? Dude, Max Maxwell, I'm gonna talk Paul Maxwell. Let's call you who you are, boy. I've been 6 a.m. for fucking 15 years. Every day we talked. The internet gets you to where you don't fuck with me? No way. No way. His mom knows who I am. She would never. I know she's disgusted. I know she's heartbroken. Like, it's disgusting. For the fucking internet? Did I fuck your girl? Did I go? No. What are you doing? For the internet. And he can't come out like, and this has been the thing, I've been consistent the entire time. Like, go back and listen to anything I've ever...
Tony, with all due respect, good brother, it's you, man. It's you, I mean, you know what I really want to ask? I want to ask for all the thousands of people, that Tony has made money. I'll be wanting to know where y'all be at. Like when he's on these rants and he's complaining about, I look like the bad guy because I got a guy that so-called used my dad against me and me and my dad didn't talk for 2 years. Now we're talking again and whatever. I don't even care, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, who is the people in your camp to tell you, bro, you tripping? Like you doing too much online. It's about time you pull back a little bit. Let's get back to the money. The people you beefing with at times, especially Aristotle's, he actually would be better off with, as a what's the word I'm looking for, an ally rather than an enemy. Like, who is talking to Tony? It's like you could almost tell when people got too many yes men in their camp. Like, who's holding people accountable these days, man? There's nobody here to hold your mans accountable. I know me personally, man. I've never been the yes man. At the end of the day, if I had a friend that looked like he was just straying off, like he was bugging, he's out of pocket, he's online doing too much, whatever the case may be, I'm the guy to pull you to the side and be like, bro, you're doing too much. Talk to me. What's going on? This aspect of let's just ride with our friends because they're our friends, right or wrong, that is the most corniest, deceitful, unaccountable shit you could ever do between man and woman. If you want to be real with somebody, let them know straight up in their face when they wrong. Don't just ride with them. That's corny. And to me, a lot of times, it just seems like Tony doesn't have that, man. He really doesn't. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not even going to stretch this topic long. I'm really not. But, overall, man, I just want to see, man. Even they got Rashad in this on EYL, on Earn Your Leisure. Even Rashad is caught up in this little beef they got going on. I really want to get to the legacy center and what Aristotle was saying. Aristotle, brother, if you're really practicing what you preach, man, let's do this. I would really hope all you guys can sit y'all differences aside, because I'm telling you, I swear for God, man. What we up against as a culture, man, we can't even afford y'all to be beefing. Let me say it again. What we up against as a culture, we can't afford y'all to be beefing. I see everybody have their little individual success, but individual success means nothing. I have individual success. Everybody has individual success to some degree, but it means nothing. It don't matter what level you on. If as a community, as a culture, if you guys ain't coming together for the better good, you're defeating the purpose. And that seems to be the constant cycle in Black community. This concept of wanting to shit on each other. Oh, I'm better than you. Look what I got. I've helped this many people out. You ain't helped this many people out. You ain't got the nerve. It's always a competition. It's corny. When is enough enough? Well, let me be the pioneer to try to, squash the beef amongst y'all, man. It looks corny. Long story short, I hope all three of y'all, man, get y'all shit together, including Wall Street. Y'all ain't even been able to pull Wall Street up in here. I don't even know how Wall Street Trapper got caught up in y'all's, man. But I'm showing the text messages, as I'm running, the episode along. I know y'all gonna run back and go check the receipts, but this is what's happening. It's a shit show with these guys, man. Instead of being able to come together, you're millionaires, for crying out loud. Like, what the fuck y'all got to complain about? Y'all in the 1% bracket. I'm not even in the 1%, but I feel great. I swear to God I do. So I'm trying to figure out, what the fuck are y'all complaining about? What is it y'all can't just settle y'all differences and get along, man? Because if I find out it's ego in play and everybody wants to be flashy and everybody wants to show what they can do, whose cock is bigger, that shit, bro, we getting nowhere. Y'all gonna really have a hard time proving to me that humanity ain't what it is, man. It seems like everybody is not admitting that we're selfish and we ain't shit. We're all to ourselves. And we could care less about the have-nots. Get it how you get it. Is that that's really the world I see, man. It's as much as I don't want to see that and I want different, we're living in a fuck everybody, I'm in it for myself kind of mentality with humanity. But it just so happened there's certain races that have it worse than others. It's a damn shame out here, man. I want to play this clip I'm going into, man. It's going to roll into, what I hope we can get into, man. And it's from D1 Music. He was on Bag Few. Shout out to them boys on Bag Few, man. And D1 Music. If y'all ain't caught this, man, go watch this interview, right? I mean, they're talking about some real good things, right? About what they looking forward to seeing from the community, man. And I want to play this clip, and I want to edit on a positive note before I go into my next subject, right? So please, ladies and gentlemen, give me a few minutes of your time and hear Bag Fuel out with D1 Music featuring. Check it out.
You said on coming together years ago, and that's what we'll understand this. They said a jump shooting team can't win the NBA championship until Steph Curry proved that wrong. Now, what I see when people are arguing, it ain't because we can't get along. Everybody has a way they want to win, and it conflicts. SO is straightforward. He wants to rock. Me, I'm very methodical and persistent. I don't care if it takes longer. And that's a conflict.
Not to cut you off.
Yes.
You calling it a conflict, to me, that's what makes this magical.
Yeah.
That's what makes a fire partnership.
No, but what happened is we understand that about each other and we merge it.
Right.
It took a long time. It was a lot of bullshit arguments, hanging up the phone. Yeah. We had to have talks with each other. Like, even if we argue, we're still going to show up for work on time. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're not going to bring... People would never know. We're not going to bring this shit between us to the camera. We've had guests and been like, fuck you!
Yeah.
And you're a fucking asshole! And Ghost be like, it's time to start. We be like, okay. Bad people, and the guest is looking at us like, is everything okay? We're like, yeah, we still gonna do our job because our job is fueling young minds to get to the bag.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're not gonna stop doing that because we got friction between us. The way you wanna win, for some other people, they're like, that ain't my vibe to win. And I just feel like, how are we gonna unify multiple thought process of winning?
When I just made this up, brother.
Let's go.
When y'all say y'all fueling young minds to get to the bag, I feel like bag need to stand for building a generation. You heard me? Because if getting to the bag...
You can rap, nigga.
Oh, I can definitely rap.
You go that quick.
If you not up on my music, you sleep.
I'm sleeping.
You need to definitely wake up.
I'm sleeping. We don't talk about your music.
I just put my 11th album out. Heck yeah. But
Congratulations.
Look, brother, thank you. At the end of the day, if we sitting there, if life is about getting to this, bro, a green piece of paper, bro, if this what our whole life is about, it's like, this is, dang, dog. This is not the best use of our limited time here on Earth. A green piece of paper, bro. Watch this.
You hurting niggas' hearts right now.
Watch this, brother. They need to see this, though. And that wasn't no $1 bill. I don't know if the camera could catch it.
No, it's on camera.
Oh, okay. I don't know if they could catch it. All of a sudden now, this green piece of paper is worth nothing. It ain't worth nothing no more. You ain't finna tell me I'm finna spend my whole life down here simply just chasing after this, when this could be torn up or burned and all of a sudden it ain't even got no value. It gotta be something deeper and greater to life than just chasing after this bag, man. That's why if we talking about building a generation, if we talking about chasing after our God-given purpose, or sign me up for that. The bag is important, but the bag is not the top of the food chain.
There's a Haitian in Brooklyn that's gonna get some scotch tape and put that together.
Well, let's give it to him, man.
Right, and I'm Haitian. I can say that. Yo, D1 back, yo.
Give it to him, man.
That's the Brooklyn man, boy. They can't help it. Yo, he Haitian. That's his.
Yeah.
He ain't.
Now, shout out to them boys down there on D1 and them boys down there in Bag Fuel, man. You gotta love it. Fueling young minds to get to the bag. Building a generation. To me personally, man, if these aren't the conversations you online having amongst your peers, if you're really not having these conversations amongst your peers, trust me, you're wasting your time. I swear to God, you're wasting your time, man. Now, I can't tell what grown men to do. I really can't tell no grown-ass man what to do, but I can tell you one thing. I can tell you foundational Black Americans only have $15,000 on average in household income, and we lead in last place. Now, I don't know what the hell y'all think $50,000 can do in a time like this. I'm going to tell you again. I don't know what the fuck you think you can do with $50,000 in an economy like this, but let me tell you something that looks very bad. It's screaming government assistance. And that is a motherfucking poisonous program that we need to get the fuck away from. How do you afford to get online as a financial guru and beef with another one? I don't fucking know. Being a Black man, I don't get it. It's retarded shit. It makes no sense. To make a long story short, man, I swear I really hope, man, just to wrap all this shit up, man. Between Rashad, between Tony, between Aristotle, Wall Street Trapper, and whoever else is involved with the fuck shit that I'm seeing, whether you were dragged in it or not, as grown men, I would love to see that conglomerate. I would love to see that legacy center turn into something that you said it was, Aristotle. And for all my gurus out there, Aristotle, that outbeat and bid it, I hope y'all join forces now. I hope y'all really join forces. Them kids that he was talking about and sponsoring them kids, it's much needed. It's really much needed, man. Building a generation. I really hope y'all get to it, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna drag that. Let's not drag that. Let's move on, man. This next subject is pretty interesting to me. It's going to be a couple of knuckleheads that might not like it, but I can give a damn. You know me. This is the Use Your Own Intelligence podcast. And I want to run some names. I'm going to start this off by running some names, and y'all tell me what these people got to do with anything I'm about to go to or anything I want to talk about, right? And the names I'm about to start reading off, they go by this. All right. Steve Bannon, Alan Weisselberg, Peter Navarro, Roger Stone, Michael Cohen, Michael Flynn, Paul Manafort, Rick Gates, Elliot Brody, Anybody know what all 9 of those guys got in common? Every last one of those members were found guilty, and some even went to jail. And they were all under Trump's campaign or administration during his term, whether he was running for office or he was in office. 9 people. I ain't never seen in my life a president that had 9 homeboys go to jail, right? But here's the catch, man. Trump is still leading in the polls. Trump is still leading in the polls. He even knocked out Vivek. That was my guy. Even though I don't believe nothing he said he was going to fucking do. But man, did he talk a damn good game. If I had to pick one, it would have been Vivek. But he even knocked out Vivek, man. Trump is leading in the polls, y'all. Which clearly shows America who we truly are. And we got to stop fronting. We have to. It's time to start what they call standing on business. We really got to stop being who we really are. We got to stop all the front. Humanity is a fucking joke at this moment. And and once again, it ties back into the beginning what I was saying this whole show is about. Deceit. Deceitful leaders, deceitful people, whoever the hell it may be. It's a lot of deceit going on. And the thing I give Trump, man, all the trifling, fucked up shit he says, he stands on it for the most part. Let me not lie, because he has a hard time standing on shit. But you know what I mean by that? He's the most outspoken president that says the most slickest shit I've ever said and not giving a fuck about any consequences. That's Trump. And you know who else that reminds me of? America. It's the same attitude we have in the world when we're dealing with other countries. We do what we want. You're not going to stop us. And good luck. I dare you to try me. That's Trump. That's America. As much as you might not like the truth, I feel sorry for you. But you're going to have to deal with it. 9 members, y'all. 9 members were either found guilty or went to jail. And I want to get into this clip, man. This clip is very good. I want y'all to watch it. It's 5 minutes, but I swear for God, it's worth 5 minutes of your time. In this clip, it's an interview with Dame Dash and PBD, right? Patrick David, for y'all that don't know. You know, he owns the PBD podcast and he also runs Valuetainment, right? Which is a media company. Now, PBD is very influential online, a lot of followers. I mean, this guy, he's very influential. I think he's, to be honest, I think that platform probably has more Trump supporters than anyone else. And if there is other ones, he's up there with them, for sure. So him and Dame, he decided to put Dame Dash. Why he decided to grab Dame Dash and put him on this podcast, I do not know. If anybody knows Dame Dash, the man does not hold his tongue for a damn thing, and he conducts himself well in every interview I've ever seen, man. You know, Dame is one of them ones. He's one of those guys, when he talks, I listen because he always has some very informational, you know, very good information. He's always talking a good game. It's just his, Dame's track record alone is amazing. I haven't seen a producer like Dame, right? Or just a businessman and entrepreneur like Dame. But in this interview, they go back and forth, and I want you, you know, I know in the first episode I spoke on PBD, and I told you got to watch out for guys like PBD, man. You know, there's an agenda with PBD. He never wants to admit he has an agenda, but in this clip, you can clearly tell he got stumbled, and he pretty much showed he did have an agenda. Why he supports Trump so much, I don't know. Why he likes the guy so much, I don't know. With that kind of track record, I have no idea. But I'm going to play this clip, man. It's very interesting, and I want to talk about it. So 5 minutes of your time, I guarantee you'll enjoy. And let's check this out. Dame Dash and PBD.
How could you be a fan of a person that you know? And the reason I was using you is because what do you think the average person is doing? They see things that are immoral. They look past it until it's public opinion. And I'm a person that can't look past things until it's public opinion. So we'll put it like this. If I had a problem with Puff, and I may or may not, it didn't just start after everyone started having a problem with him. I was never at none of those parties. You never seen me in no real pictures with him other than the last 20 years. And I was at his party once at the Hamptons with Aaliyah, Jennifer Lopez, and Natani. But that's it. And we left early. But just because I don't fuck with someone publicly or privately, it don't mean I'm going to diss him publicly. But if you diss me publicly, I'm getting at you if I know you.
So then let me go.
But I was just trying to say the temperature. Like we're in a world that people look the other way, because
I agree.
Again, what I said about Trump, is it all right that his whole crew went to jail? And just answer that.
I think.
Is that a good boss?
I think no one is being.
I didn't ask you that. I'm asking you, is it all right that his whole crew went to jail?
I don't think anybody is being more demonized and character.
I didn't ask you that. Don't Republican me.
Stories.
I want you to answer my question.
I'm an independent. I'm a registered independent who liked voting for Clinton, and I voted both sides.
I'm just asking you a question from an independent. If somebody's whole crew went to jail, are they a good boss?
Yeah.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no.
But I don't know. But I don't know.
Yes or no?
No, but you're also not giving the right answers.
Yes, I am. No one to ever walk away from having an experience with me. Now, look, even though maybe some of the people that I put on aren't having the best lives, but when Jay's not with me, he's a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye, when he chooses to be, is a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Kev Hart, Lee Daniels, Rachel Roy. People don't walk away from me going to jail. They walk away from me going to a bank. Now, is that a good boss?
That's a builder. That's a builder leader.
Is that a good boss?
I don't know if I define it as a boss.
What do you define a boss? So we might have two definitions.
Leader.
A boss isn't a leader?
Not necessarily. No, not necessarily. To me,
you're not gonna like that you said that. You have to lead by example when you're the boss.
I agree.
So how is he not the leader?
Now, some people, when it comes on,
then that's not a real boss. If a company can't run without the boss,
we're probably saying the same thing.
If a company can't run,
definition for me.
If a company can't, and maybe the words are different.
That's what it is. We're saying the same thing.
But if a company can't run without the boss, you're not a good boss.
Well, when I was 28 years old, I'll tell you this. So Dave.
Everybody, listen to me. I made a record because I'm also in a rock band called the Black Guns, and I have a record out coming out with.
Can he Google it or no?
Yeah. 365. I wasn't mad. See, you think because I bring something up,
I'm having fun with you.
I'm having way more fun with you. I'm having way more fun with you. But I don't want you to have a bunch of Republicans on my door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? So stop that shit.
We're gonna be lobbying.
I knew once I saw the American flag, I said, "Oh, it's gonna."
We love America, man. I mean,
so you're like one of those.
Rather have an Iranian flag
I don't even care about that. Are you one of those obsessed kind of guys with this guy?
Which guy?
Trump.
No, I love America.
But motherfuckers are. I didn't ask you that. You know what I noticed, that I can't get a direct question out of people that love that guy.
No, nothing. What do you want to know about the relationship?
I didn't ask you your relationship. I said, are you obsessed with him? Because this is
No, I'm obsessed with my family, my dreams, our vision.
Let me speak. What I see.
We're about to get into a big argument.
No, we're not.
Dan, don't do this.
It's not an argument.
We're doing good.
It's not an argument. It won't be good unless there's an argument. What I see are people obsessed with him, living vicariously through him from a certain social class.
Sure.
And it's either they're really broke, without teeth in their mouth, and usually not the brightest, and probably never voted until they had to do this.
Okay.
And then I see people that sometimes have a lot of money that want their taxes cut. And for me, the reason why I can't get involved, because there are certain things that I can't look away from. So I don't get involved because, it might be in my best interest from the tax bracket I'm in when I have money to be a Republican. But I come from the 99%. But now I'm seeing a lot of the 99% of Republicans, and the whole Republican Party is completely different than it was before. You know, not everyone's wearing a suit at the Republican Party anymore. A lot of people don't even take showers. You know, there's no disrespect, but I don't want to say it like that.
Man, you gotta love game, you know. On another note, y'all, like seriously, man, those tax write-offs for the rich gotta be amazing, bro. I could only imagine, right? I mean, they gotta be amazing. I mean, the things people put their blinders on for in order to obtain money or wealth, man, is fucking disgusting, man. We're just disgusting, man. I mean, he couldn't put it no better on. Like, the fanatics that we have for Trump, you guys got to help me understand these fanatics. I don't understand you guys. It's like, you guys see, y'all got to be the most evilest motherfuckers. Trump supporters just got to be evil at this point. Can we just call it what it is, man? To be in a land full of millions of people, I'm talking hundreds of millions, if not, we damn near in the billions from what I know, right? To have all these people in the land, and you mean to tell me this is the guy? Bro, I could go get somebody down the street that could run the country way better than Trump, man. What are we talking about? Trump supporters got to be evil at this point, man. Y'all just don't give a fuck, man. Y'all just don't give a fuck, man. It's disgusting, man. And to make matters worse, right? For all my Haitians out there, because this is when I decided to pivot. I'm going straight in to the next topic, right? We're still on Trump, but now we in the Haitians. Now let's talk to my Haitians for a minute. It's like year after year, eternity after eternity, we get an American president to show us exactly how much they hate us, right? They play with our faces. They tell you, they give you all kind of promises, and then sooner or later they fuck you over. They shit on you. That's what they do, right? America has been shitting on Haiti for quite some time. And if you don't believe me, don't worry. I'm about to play some footage for y'all guys, man. Of just Trump alone. I'm going to start off with Trump. I'm going to play some footage for Trump, right? And I'm also throw a little bit of Bill Clinton in there, right? And I want to roll this tape in, right, before I really start talking to my Haitians, right? Because, I'm still upset. And I'm going to be upset with my Haitians for quite some time with the lack of unity. We look disgusting out here. That's why y'all going to have a really hard time, explaining, trying to convince me that humanity is not what I'm saying. We look bad. We look really bad. I don't know what the fuck you guys are walking around here delusional for, but we look bad, people. Anyway, for all my Haitians out there, I want to play this video, right? And after I play these videos, these little clips, I really want to sit down and ask y'all what's taking so long for unity. What's taking so long for a Haitian Diaspora Committee, for all my people in the diaspora? Why don't we have a committee to represent us so we can speak for our country? The country that we fund more than anybody around the world, the diaspora itself, the people that take care of their families back home. I'm wondering, with all this education and all these, these scholars or whatnot in Haiti, right, coming out of Haiti, especially in the diaspora, what's taking so long? I get it. We got CIA, we got FBI, but that still shouldn't deter you from wanting to do the right thing to help your people to really grow that conglomerate, like I was speaking about with the Black Americans here. Haiti, y'all, Haitian Americans, we got to do the same thing. We need to form a conglomerate so we can be protected and we can start doing economic projects. What's the holdup? I don't get it. I really hope y'all don't prove me right on humanity. Because if that's the case, we're going to have to start standing on it. We're going to have to stop saying certain things that I'm seeing in the community. And I want to call out, before I even play the clips, I want to call out 4 Instagram pages that I follow that are full of Haitian Americans, right? And I'm going to put a little pressure on y'all. Don't think I'm coming at you. This is for the betterment. This is for the better good. So don't ever think I'm attacking you. This is literally for the better good. What I'm saying, you're going to love. And if you don't love it, I'm going to know you're the problem. All right. Let me just start off with these 4 pages that I follow on Instagram, right? 2 influential pages in the Haitian culture, at least I would say, at least I think. First, we'll start off with Faces of Haiti, right? Faces of Haiti is an Instagram page, right? You're going to see it as I'm talking. I'm going to pull it up on the screen, right? Faces of Haiti. You guys have 344,000 followers. It's time you join forces with Les Union Suites, Haitian Americans, and Hit Magazine Haiti. Les Union Suite, you have 275,000 followers. It's time you join forces as well. Haitian Americans. These are all pages I'm naming. Haitian Americans. 183,000 followers. You should be joining forces. Hit Magazine Haiti. Y'all ready for this? 827,000 followers. Y'all all should be joining each other. The lack of unity is so fucking disgusting amongst Haitians. amongst humans in general, but let me just specifically speak about Haitians because I am one. It's disgusting, bro. It's sad as fuck. When I tell you the amount of wealth Haiti was able to accumulate just in the diaspora alone, there's no excuse to not to have a committee at this time. I get it. The FBI, the CIA, they do a lot of things to deter us from getting together, but there's no more excuses. I swear to God there isn't. With the internet and these platforms, I swear for God, I don't give a damn if every Haitian American had a podcast platform. This is the time. This is the time. There should be no excuses. Because what I'm about to play is so disgusting. What I'm about to play, if you're a Haitian and you see this, and I'm speaking to every last one of you, there's no way as a Haitian you see this and you're still going to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, we need drastic change. And I'm not talking about these little changes that I see the Zoe Dollars and Fat Joe doing. Good for y'all. Y'all want to feed people, but they've been doing that for Haiti for a long time. We need something better. We need something different. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. We all know what that is. And I hate to believe that all Haitian people are insane. We're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Are we insane? Are we crazy? Because if that's the case, let's call it that. Let's stop fronting. And then we can carry it, and then nobody would play stupid. We could actually save lives in the sentence, because we don't have to act like we need to do certain things. We just know what it is. It's really hard for me to understand what's going on in Haiti and this lack of unity. I want to play this video. When you hear this video, by God, when you play this video, man, it should say a lot. If this doesn't cause Haiti to unify, because we have already shown proof we can unify. Oh God, the proof is in the pudding. There's a video for that too. It just seems like when we want to unify, it's for the wrong cause. It's not for the right causes. I'm not even going to say the wrong cause. But we don't unify for the right causes. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Donald Trump and a little bit of Bill Clinton talking about Haiti. Pay attention.
I'm running to be president of all Americans. That's everybody. And whether you vote for me or you don't vote for me, I really want to be your greatest champion, and I will be your champion, whether you vote for me or not. My opponent calls those who don't support her deplorables. You've been hearing that. Deplorables. You're not deplorable. Oh, no way. Not this group. No way. I call those who don't support me American citizens, whether they like me or don't like me. And I will fight to change their minds and to earn their respect and to earn their vote. I'm running to represent Haitian Americans and African Americans and Asian Americans and everyone who lawfully resides in our borders. We're going to take care of people. We're going to take care of our people.
There's one other thing that nobody talks about. So we have hundreds of thousands of people flowing in from Haiti. Haiti has a tremendous AIDS problem. AIDS is a step beyond. AIDS is a real bad problem. So hundreds of thousands of people are coming into our country. And if you look at the stats, if you look at the numbers, if you look at, just take a look at what's happening in Haiti, a tremendous problem with AIDS. Many of those people will probably have AIDS, and they're coming into our country, and we don't do anything about it. We let everybody come in. Sean, it's like a death wish. It's like a death wish for our country.
Since 1981, the United States has followed a policy until the last year or so we started rethinking it, that we rich countries that produce a lot of food should sell it to poor countries and relieve them of the burden of producing their own food. So thank goodness they can leap directly into the industrial era. It has not worked. It's maybe been good for some of my farmers in Arkansas, but it has not worked. It was a mistake. It was a mistake that I was a party to. I am not pointing the finger at anybody. I did that. I had to live every day with the consequences of the lost capacity to produce a rice crop in Haiti to feed those people. because of what I did. Nobody else.
Did you pay attention to how that one congressman was smirking the whole time Bill Clinton was saying that? As if, yeah, Bill, good job. And when Bill was saying it, could you tell Bill was saying it in a way of like a badge of honor? Like that was nobody else. I did that. And some might say, Fritz, come on, man. That's you can't really say that. You don't know if Bill really felt bad for that, and you don't know if that congressman really was gloating. As a grown ass man, I don't know about you guys, but I don't do sorries. Like I don't like to hear sorry. I don't like to hear grown men telling each other sorry. You know what I like? When adults or grown folks are wrong about something, I love when they just fix their wrongs, especially when you know they can. I love it. You know what I'm saying? You could tell a motherfucker sorry all day. That does nothing for me. That's corny shit to me. As a man, don't ever tell me sorry you did me wrong. Just do right by me, because a sorry can't do whatever you had to say sorry for. If you ain't did it right, it serves no purpose. That sorry serves no purpose. It means nothing. You got to do right by your wrongs. Which brings me to my next topic. With all my Haitians out there, the ones that keep screaming out, America, America, we need help. Please come help us. You know you're the fucking enemy, right? For all those Haitians, I want y'all to know, and I'm talking to everybody now, those are the weakest Haitians in the world. If you ever hear a Haitian screaming out for foreign help, they're the weakest fucking Haitians in the world, and I'm going to tell you why. Not only are they weak, they're the enemy to all rest of the Haitians. Because I know for sure when Haitians come together, there's nothing they can't do. I swear to God, and that's on 1804. I'll say it again. When Haitians come together, there's nothing they can't do. And that's on 1804. And that's on 1804. But the fact is, we don't want to unite. You know, I was going back and forth with some of these guys and these pages that I follow on Instagram, right? And if I could just read off, and I'm gonna pull it up on the screen as well, but let me just read off a conversation I had with a fellow Haitian American, right? All right. Give me 1 second. Sorry for the hold up. But I want to bring up this conversation, right? But before I bring up this conversation, I want to talk about what was online and what was said, right? Lately, remember when I told you guys in the first episode about the 7 presidential council that was put in place? Now they're looking for a prime minister, right? And in order to be a prime minister, they had the audacity, the American government has the audacity to create a Gmail account for people to put in their resumes. No, it's not. It's exactly how y'all said. They created a Gmail account. The White House, the government, they created a Gmail account for anybody that wanted to be a prime minister to just slide in their resume. The kind of control America has on Haiti is tearing Haiti apart. America has showed over and over and over again there's nothing they can do with Haiti. We need to be left the fuck alone. You work with us, you don't work for us. And that's been a problem. But I want to read off, what this topic said on Faces of Haiti. It says, applications are now open for the prime minister position from May 13th to the 17th. There was a young man in the comment section I had to go back and forth with. He said something that everybody was thinking. This has to be a joke, right? You know what? I responded to him. And I wanted to speak to all Haitians, but I had to respond to him. And I said, you know what's a joke? The fact that Haitians, including the diaspora, haven't came together to form their own government. We've allowed outside sources to take over completely. The only hope we have is Jimmy Cherizier and no other Haitian with any type of power or influence is willing to negotiate with him. So to answer your question, the joke's on us. We have failed miserably as a people and continue to do so. He responds, the moment you said barbecue is our only hope, I lost interest in this. And then I didn't respond, it wasn't meant for you to have interest. It's a statement and one you will have a hard time proving wrong. Whether you like him or not, he is who's controlling Port-au-Prince at the moment. Play stupid if you want. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to stretch this episode out. I'm really going to wrap this up. And I want to leave on a positive note. Haitians, we seem to be able to come together for everything else but for the betterment of our country. If you are a Haitian and you're not willing to work with your fellow brother, your Haitian, no matter how uncomfortable the conversation may get, no matter how much at odds you guys are, if you cannot sit down, create truce, compromise, like powerful men and real smart, functioning countries do, you're going to continue to be the way you are. Fucked up. You're going to have to set your egos aside. The conversations are going to get uncomfortable. It's going to get uncomfortable before it gets comfortable. There's no way around saving Haiti. It has to get uncomfortable before it gets comfortable. Port-au-Prince is our capital. I don't give a fuck about the neighboring cities. I don't give a damn in the country how it's looking. Port-au-Prince is our capital. It is where economically we thrive the most. Without Port-au-Prince thriving the way it should, the country is either stagnant or is continually on a decline. For us not to stop what we're doing, form a committee amongst the millions with everybody on it at this point is retarded if we don't do that. It shows we're insane, we're incapable of running our country, and by God, we don't deserve it. If we cannot do the basics of coming together, I don't give a fuck who you don't like. If you don't sit down with your fellow Haitians to reconcile your differences and to come with compromise, because it's the only way. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be real uncomfortable, but it's the only way. And if you don't, we're fucked. And on that note, I thank you. I really do thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. On the way out, I want to play a clip of Haiti and showing you guys when we want to, we can, and we do unite. We're a country, man, with a bloodline that will never give up. I mean, if you really do some research and some study about the Haitian people, man, they're very resilient. We're very resilient. We don't fold no matter what. No matter what. You have to kill us all in order to get rid of us. There's no way around it. You can try all the deceitful, nasty shit you want, but we gonna be here. We ain't going nowhere. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for coming to episode 2. Episode 3 will be dropping next week. Thanks for your time. And once again, I appreciate you for coming to the Use Your Own Intelligence podcast. I am your host, Fritz. And ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy your day or your night. Have a good one.
Man, this shit is getting crazy. Never seems to amaze me. I think the devil's trying to play me. Oh Lord. But I'm a different type of nigga. Worth about 5 or 6 figures. Once that profit get bigger, you know. I gotta triple up on this cheese. Take a flight right over them seas. Maybe make a trip to Haiti, who knows? I just know that I have to go get it. And America's looking so hectic. Make you wanna grab the tech by the second, that's love. How the fuck it come to that? Most these niggas out here rats. And that statement can't be tracked, yeah I know. But But these crackers is doing the sentencing. In the jail, you niggas repenting then. On the block, you be killing your men again. I know. This system been a trap. This shit must collapse. We ain't about far ways from that. Yeah, they know. We gon' get through regardless. All that small talk so harmless. Y'all pop us under this garment. Whoa. It ain't gotta come to that. Niggas been for peace till I proceed and really state the facts. These fuckers can't stand the fact we black. Jay Blake caught 7 to the back. And then I caught Aubrey with some armory, trying to run the 4 flat. I'm trying to keep my sanity intact, but the shit is getting deeper. Every time I watch the news, there's some white dudes playing like the Grim Reaper. Nigga, I ain't never been a sleeper. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. But I swear to God, you touch my doorknob, you niggas gonna meet your maker. This country getting faker. They gon' try to outdate ya. For the immortalized, they gon' prophesize. You ain't gotta speak the nature. Just when you caramelize, it's when they see demise. It must be second nature. You can do us all a favor. Go ahead and catch the vapors. Act civilized and match your eye for eye, cause it won't be no one to save ya. And I'm a lovable type of neighbor. Might run you a couple of favors. But when you cross the line, is when I see divide. I ain't forgiving you like your savior. Is you loving this type of behavior? I'm just a man, I ain't trying to persuade you. Hey.